Ahead of the open, we're calling the ASX 200 down around 0.7% at 4961. Certainly seems like the massive slump in the risk space overnight will weigh on the local market. We had steep falls in the commodities space with the likes of copper dropping over 3%. That should be quite a relentless sell-off for the rest of the risk space, particularly with some of these resource players struggling to even gain traction after that big slump we saw in gold a few days ago. It will be one of those tough sessions whereby the likes of BHP might be down well over 2%. We're currently calling it down about 3%. To about that $31 mark. That should be one of the worst hit stocks at the open, and being one of the most heavily weighted stocks in the market, it probably will continue to result in a relentless sell-off for the ASX 200. Outside of BHP, we're also looking at the likes of Fortescue Metals, which has got its quarterly production report due out today. They're looking at a run rate of about 100 million tonnes per annum to date, and that's for the third quarter. And they should still be on track to report around 155 million tonnes for the full year. So no one's expecting too many surprises, considering they gave an update to the market quite recently with its CEO reiterating that guidance. Now, just the rest of the resource space, we've got quarterly production reports for Woodside and Iluka Resources as well. They'll be quite interesting. They've been the darlings of the market for a while now. We'll also have West Farmers reporting quarterly sales. We're expecting food and liquor to show a rise of about 5.4% to 6.4 billion. And of course, they'll always be compared to Woolworths and how they're traveling with their business after acquiring Coles not too long ago. We'll probably see the yield plays continue to underpin the market. Telstra traded at that high of around $4.86, the highest since June 2011 yesterday, and of course it could potentially move into 496, which is the high from June 2007. Now with the rest of the banking space, it should be interesting to see how they respond to the Bank of America result, which disappointed overnight, and what we can expect from these banks going forward, considering they've been outperforming the rest of the market and underpinning for so long. In the currency space, we saw big drops for the euro, the pound, and the Australian dollar against the greenback. Of course, with the global growth story showing signs of cracks and commodities struggling, it's always hard to see some of these risk plays rally. And of course, the dollar yen is probably the most interesting pair. It's testing its highs from yesterday at around 98.30, and with the BOJ stating that they might be looking at reaching that inflation target of 2% earlier than the 2 years that everyone expects, then we could see that the pair well supported in Asia today.